Good Wednesday evening, August 6th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. East Wenatchee police say a Wenatchee driver was carrying an illegal firearm modification when one of his passengers displayed a handgun to intimidate people in Eastmont Community Park. Firefighters were able to spare a popular Leavenworth dining spot from a kitchen fire on Monday night. Cool with possible showers again tomorrow before things really warm up Friday and into this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. Voters in the city of Wenatchee appear to have rejected a sales tax that would have doubled the budget for street repair and improvements. The ballot measure was turned down in the initial count for the election that ended Tuesday, earning just 47.5% of total votes. About 790 votes remain to be counted throughout Chelan County. The initiative would have added 0.2% to the city's sales tax and was predicted to bring in an additional $2.3 million for upkeep on more than 240 miles of road. The city says if the measure fails on the final tally, its Public Works Department will have to continue dipping into general funds when street repairs become urgent. Chelan County Fire Departments fared much better as they sought voter approval for taxing changes. Fire District 6, based out of Monitor, got a walloping 75% approval for its request to raise its property tax levy for the first time since the agency was created 70 years ago. Property owners in the district, which stretches from Monitor to Peshastin and south up Blewett Pass, will now pay $1.40 per $1,000 of their assessed valuation. That's a 344% increase to boost the fire budget and keep the district's ambulance service. Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue got 60% of voters to say yes to a $15 million bond proposal, which will pay to improve old fire stations and build a new one, as well as updating its equipment and technology. Meanwhile, in Chelan County, Fire District 5, which serves the Manson community, 75% of voters approved a request to expand the Board of Commissioners from 3 members to 5. East Wenatchee police say a Wenatchee driver was carrying an illegal firearm modification when one of his passengers displayed a handgun to intimidate people in Eastmont Community Park. 20-year-old Jose Luis Martinez Jr. was arrested last week and charged in Douglas County Court with possessing a stolen firearm, a possession of a Glock switch used to convert a semi-automatic handgun to full auto. Police say Martinez was driving a white Chrysler 300 near Eastmont Park on July 28th when a passenger flashed a gun at bystanders, allegedly in a gang-related threat. When Martinez and his 3 passengers were pulled over, police say they found a polymer ghost gun as well as a .40 caliber Glock pistol in the vehicle, plus the Glock switch, which is illegal in Washington. A passenger in the vehicle may also face charges. A misfiring handgun may have saved a Moses Lake man from becoming a victim of homicide. On Tuesday, Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrested 27-year-old Luis Angel Ortega on suspicion of attempted murder. Police say the incident happened Friday at a home in unincorporated Moses Lake, where Ortega allegedly struck the victim in the head with a handgun and then tried to shoot him. The gun jammed and the victim was able to escape, but not before Ortega allegedly robbed him of a gold necklace and bracelet. Deputies and local police searched for Ortega through the weekend before arresting him in a traffic stop just east of the city. He's now held in the Grant County Jail, charged with assault and related criminal counts. When we come back, Congresswoman Kim Schreier joined Douglas County officials last week to hear a briefing on the Wenatchee Landing development. And Blue Spirits Distilling, a Chelan-based company that makes spirits with water from Lake Chelan, received the Best in Category award at the 2025 New Orleans Spirits Competition for its espresso-flavored vodka. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
Congresswoman Kim Schreier joined Douglas County officials last week to hear a briefing on the Wenatchee Landing development. The Wenatchee Landing is a 317-acre development that would offer a mix of housing, office space, retail, resort-style lodging, and wineries, all connected to the Apple Capitol Loop Trail. The project is planned in 3 phases, and Douglas County is currently seeking funding for Phase 1 through an $18 million grant application to the U.S. Department of Transportation. Schreier, who represents Washington's 8th District, joined U.S. Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell and U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse and sent a letter of support to back the application. Newhouse and Murray have also recently visited the Wenatchee Landing site and attended project briefings. Firefighters were able to spare a Leavenworth dining spot from a kitchen fire on Monday night. Gustav's, a family burger restaurant and pub, reported a fire in its kitchen area about 8:30 p.m. Chelan County Fire District 3 says its crew was able to confine the fire to that part of the building and prevent its spread. Only minimal damage to the building was reported. The popular restaurant remained closed this week due to that damage. Blue Spirits Distilling, a Chelan-based company that makes spirits with water from Lake Chelan, received the Best in Category award at the 2025 New Orleans Spirits Competition for its espresso-flavored vodka. The competition was hosted by the Tales of the Cocktail Foundation in July. Each beverage underwent blind taste tests before being scored on a 100-point scale by a panel of judges. Blue Spirits espresso-flavored vodka won Best in Category and also received a gold medal alongside the company's other pickled flavored vodka. The 2 award-winning liquors are available on Blue Spirits' website or at their Leavenworth tasting room. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, an update on the Palmus fire burning in the Entiat and Chihuahua River valleys. After another cooler than normal day tomorrow, get ready for a big-time warming trend by this weekend. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up, as well as Eric Grantstrom with a look at sports. That and more still to come as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
As the Palmus fire continues to burn with no containment between the Entiat and Chihuahua River valleys, fire crews have built a shaded fuel break along Chihuahua River Road to prevent potential spread into more populated areas. The fuel break will act as a secondary control line in case fire activity shifts south. As of Wednesday, the lightning-caused fire has burned about 3,468 acres. Part of Chihuahua River Road and many trails are closed to public access. In tonight's feature story, Public Information Officer Julia Bacon told our media partner, the Wenatchee World, that crews are focused on reducing risk and preparing the landscape rather than drawing containment lines around the fire itself.
About a week ago, fire managers decided to have a contingent of IA resources available for the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. They've been staged at Fish Lake. There's been a number of different helicopters. There's crews in trucks that are ready and waiting to support those potential new starts, as well as we do have fire lookouts situated in the ice lakes, and they've been keeping an eye on the surrounding area to see if there's any new smokes. So we have a contingent of air resources, heavy equipment operators, and ground crew personnel. These hand crews are going and working along the Chihuahua River Road, chipping and masticating. The heavy equipment folks are tending water and masticating with heavy equipment. And then the additional air resources are providing gear to crews that are actually camped out near the fire's perimeter, as well as supporting initial attack fire suppression on the district around. Along the western side of the fire here on the Chihuahua, we have a natural feature already that is a secondary line structure. That's where most of the crews are focusing their attention, clearing out this fuel load. So the fire is growing very slowly. There are pockets of isolated heat within the perimeter of the fire that are burning because there's little jackpots of fuel here and there, and the fire will smolder, continue to smolder. And as we've had cooler weather, but that does not put the fire out. It takes a season-ending event to put a fire like this out. So along the southern perimeter, we've had crews spiked out or camped remotely at Myrtle Lake, and these crews for weeks have been creating hand line around that southern perimeter. They have hoses and sprinklers set up there. There's basically, we call it a jack straw of fuels on the ground, and it's basically, imagine a jungle gym trying to crawl through that stuff. So they've been finding hot spots or smokes and using their tools to try to put that out. When the fire started, there was really unstable temperatures and wind, and lots of energy for the fire to grow. It grew into these pockets of fuel that were unburned, and now it's kind of grown into that footprint, and is, because weather has moderated it, it's been cooler, not as strong winds, a little bit of precipitation. It's kind of just puffing and duffing, chunking away. We do have a lot of fire season left, and it is hot, and the fire potentially will keep going until that season-ending event with snow or rain in the fall. Major challenges that we've been facing are access to the fire. It is in a remote wilderness area, as well as the steep and rugged nature of the terrain out there. It is creating risks for the firefighters that we're not willing to put them directly into the line. The Chihuahua River Valley is, I would say, the heart of the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest in terms of its recreation. So I'm sure it's difficult for some locals to understand that these places need to be closed because the risk to firefighters and themselves is too high. And I think people need to have patience until potentially a season-ending event to open these places back up.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a fantastic Wednesday. First things first, happy 50th birthday to my wife, Michelle. Hope you had a great day, and we should have a fun evening tonight, we hope. And happy birthday to you. It was kind of a rainy one for my wife's birthday today, but not much. Boy, we could have used more, but still some lingering showers as we look outside our weather window. And this is the Leavenworth Valley outside our Tumwater camera, and you can still see scattered showers throughout the Cascades, and that was pretty much the situation throughout the day. But boy, on the very light side, so we didn't pick up a lot of moisture. But here's our thunderstorm threat, and it just skirts the Wenatchee area, but does include Moses Lake and Omak. We are talking tonight, and once again building up again on Thursday. Wind gusts, that's right, 30 to 60 miles an hour. Could see hail up to 1 inch in diameter, as well as heavy downpours, which could cause some flash flooding issues. So boy, keep your eye on the sky tonight and once again tomorrow. It was a cool one today with all the clouds. 15 degrees below normal today, 74 unofficially, 89 is where we should be for this time of year. 103 our record high, and that was set in 1972. We were at 64 this morning, pretty much in line with our normal low temperature of 63. 50 our record, and that was set in 2002. Precip today, only 5/100ths of an inch of precip, which gets us to 2.68 inches for the year, which is still way behind where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 5:46 this morning and sets tonight at 8:26. All right, getting you into those Thursday temperatures, a lot like today. A few less clouds, a little more sun. Temperatures in the upper 70s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 77 in Wenatchee and Entiat, and then a little warmer as well up north, Chelan and Omak. 73 in Lake Wenatchee, and 75 the high temperature tomorrow up in Leavenworth. So one more day with temperatures below normal. Tonight we will see clearing skies late tonight, and that's going to allow our temperatures to drop even below 60 tonight. We're talking lows in the upper 50s, so a great night to open up those windows and let that cool air come in. For Thursday, mostly sunny, a little bit of wind right here in central Washington by Thursday afternoon. As that weather system moves through, we'll see highs again, a lot like today, in the mid to upper 70s. And then as we get you into Friday and the end of our work week, boy, it looks like a beauty. High pressure firmly in control of our weather as we head into the upcoming weekend. We're going to warm up Friday into the mid 80s for afternoon highs, which will be just below normal on Friday. And then everything warms up as we get into the upcoming weekend. Some high clouds out there. That's the gray you see over Washington State. But that's not going to stop us from warming up on Saturday into the low 90s. So we'll be slightly above normal on Saturday. And we're going to continue that upward climb in temperatures on Sunday. Nothing but clear skies all the way up and down the West Coast for Sunday. And it's going to be a hot one with high temperatures in the mid 90s. But that still isn't the hottest day in our 7-day forecast. Here we go. Monday is sunny skies once again. High pressure still out in the Pacific controlling our weather. We're talking highs Monday afternoon in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. And that will continue as we make our way into early next week. For Tuesday, sunny and still hot. Boy, just calm weather as well. Expected early next week. Temperatures on Tuesday into the mid 90s. And as we get it past that, that, things will still stay warm, it looks like, until about next Friday. All right, your 7-day forecast, 59 overnight tonight, mostly sunny, a little breezy for Thursday, and still cool with a high temperature of 77. Here begins the warm-up as we get you into Friday. Sunny and warmer and 86. And then this weekend, boy, it looks nice. Mostly sunny to sunny skies both Saturday and Sunday. 91 the high on Saturday, 96 Sunday. And we're going to continue with the hot weather early next week. Monday and Tuesday, sunny skies with highs in the mid to upper 90s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
The pitch by Busich. Swung on a miss. The Wenatchee Apple Sox are back in the playoffs. Join NCWLIFE Channel this Friday for Game 1 of the West Coast League North Division playoffs. It's brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
This one is sent a long way into left center field. Back it goes. Lenny Sosa says, I like that fastball. Sends that four-seam fastball over the fence. And the Sox with an early 1-0 lead here to start the ball game.
Look at that little two-seam action, and it is gone. Right in the middle of the plate. Lenine's all over it, and I'm telling you what, he impacts that baseball. When he gets it, it's gone. I mean, just an unbelievable job by Lenine, and White Sox pick up right where they left off.
Canzone, fly ball, right field, there it goes, tie game. Don Canzone goes deep.
Well, one thing Don Canzone has been doing lately is his ability to go the other way, but that doesn't mean that you can try to get inside his kitchen. This is 96 miles per hour middle in that he turns around into right field. Take a look at the location on this pitch, and Don Canzone says, thank you so very much.
Gino!
Oh my goodness, there we go.
Tags it to left, like he never left Seattle!
The crowd, just listen to the crowd, man. Do they love him? Do they love him? Ownership, listen to that right there, what y'all did. Right there, listen to that. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about in playoff baseball, baby, when it matters. Welcome back, Gino. Oh my goodness.
Both runners take off. It's a strike, and they both coast in there without a throw.
That was a heck of a frame there, though. Did a nice job framing that strike.
On the ground with the infield drawn in, it's an easy base hit. Naylor scores. Gino's on his way to touch home. Two-run base hit. Jorge Polanco. The Mariners open it up a little bit in the sixth inning. It's 5-1.
This is good old-fashioned hardball, baby. Manufactured. Get him over, get him in, steal the bag. Golly, it's so good to see.
On the ground, smothered. Rojas can't stay with it. Well, he's able to recover. Polanco scores.
Hey, you get a steak, though. Get something out of it. A little ribby.
On its way, Naylor, a home run.
Nice bat flip right there, too. I mean, that is officially called back-legged one.
He's so good at keeping his front side close.
Yeah,
You know, it doesn't open up. That's lefty on lefty.
He was hunting that the whole way. You could see his eyeballs lit up, and he didn't miss it. And these boys are good. They just swing a little bit, eh?
But there's a ball that's hit hard.
In the air to right field, and it is gone. Luis Robert Jr., career home run number 100. Congratulations, La Pantera.
We were calling for it earlier in the game, and we got it late. Robert going the other way. This is a pretty job right here. 98, middle of the plate, and he just goes with it. Heavy air, still gets it over that right field wall. Oh my!
Gets a hold of this one, Colson Montgomery. Oh my, upper deck. Talk about power for the young man, Colson Montgomery. Back-to-back homers for the Sox here in this 9th inning. And for Montgomery, his 8th bomb since the All-Star break.
My jaw is wide open right now. This ball was crushed.
Ball game. Mariners take game 1, 8-3, the final score. Runs on 11 hits for the Mariners, 3 homers, including Gino's first in his return.
Well, Gino, it is your first home run since coming back to the team. Did you take a minute and soak in the applause as you rounded the bases?
I mean, yeah, I feel it was a while that I hit a homer here in Seattle, but it feels good, that hit another one now with this side. It's great to be back and help the team win the games, and that big homer right there obviously feel great, and doing it for my team, for the fans, and all the love that they've been cheering for me.
You homer on a cutter. It's the same pitch he struck you out on in the 2nd inning. What's the adjustment that you made?
I mean, and that about I knew he coming with that pitch because he got me ugly first at bat, and I just looking for something in the middle of the play. I tried to see the ball up and put in my best swing on it, and I think that's why he did it right there. He tried to steal strike, but I was ready for that pitch, and I put in my best swing on it, and now I got that home run.
With Josh, how does his baseball IQ create those opportunities on the bases in the 6th?
He's a really good player. He always ready to steal base. He take a chance, and we did it right there. I knew when he got a chance to steal that base, so that's why I went with him, and that's how he played the game, and that's really good for us to have him every time on base.
All right, I think it is time for you to go hoist that trident. We're going to celebrate that home run a little more. Go inside, Gino. He's a natural.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox took the series with a 16-6 win over the Kelowna Falcons on Tuesday night at Elk Stadium. Patience at the plate paid off for the Apple Sox as they drew 15 walks in this game, and they scored double-digit runs once again, picking up their 30th win of the season, the 3rd straight season that the Apple Sox have won 30 or more games, and the 7th time in franchise history that they've done it in league play in the regular season. Wenatchee will be going for the sweep on Wednesday thanks in part to the hot hitting continuing. They scored in each of the final 6 innings, got some big swings along the way. Cam Hoyland clearing the bases with a RBI double to score 3 runs in the 3rd inning for the Sox, and in a lot of ways from there went into cruise control from that 4th inning on and pick up the 10-run victory against the Kelowna Falcons. It also marked their 4th time this year in which they scored 15 or more runs. They'll go for the sweep in the regular season finale coming up on Wednesday night at 6:35. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The pitch by Busich. Swung on a miss.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox are back in the playoffs. Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage this Friday of Game 1 of the West Coast League North Division playoffs. Coverage is brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.